Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Emma from Sun and Salt Tarot. I hope you're doing well. Today we're doing something really fun, and this came about because, first of all, I've been seeing repeating threes all the time. I mentioned this before in a reading. I've mentioned it on my community page. So bear with me and I'll tell you what's coming up. But when I was pre-shuffling, I also was left with the energy of the Seven of Cups, which is to do with choices, which leads really well into the idea that I had to do for you today. So we're going to do a yes or a no. We're going to do a yes or a no, pick a pile, except there's going to be 3 piles in each pile, if that makes sense. So we're going to do 3 piles of 3 lots of cards, and you are going to have the opportunity to ask not 1 but 3 questions in each pile. So in total you might actually get to ask up to 9 questions, okay, if that makes sense. So this card is all it's to do with choices and not really knowing about having trust in the fact that you have to move forward and you are going to have to make a choice at some point in time, but you might not know exactly what's going to happen based on the choice that you make, because all these cups you see are filled with different things. Some can be positive and some can be challenging, right? But the important thing is you've got freedom of choice, and you do have the opportunity to make choices to carry yourself in a different direction, right? So what we're going to do, I've pre-shuffled the cards and I'm going to lay out all of the cards for you whilst you're with me on camera, because I think if we join together on our energy and you're present for the shuffle and for the laying out of the cards, it's going to bring more energy, and your energy will connect more to the cards that I'm laying out, right? So let's, without further ado, get on with creating the piles, and then you can be left to choose. Okay, so let me just adjust this camera slightly so that you can see. All right, I think this is better. All right, is it going to stay like this? Yes. Right, okay. Okay. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Right. Then pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Right, yes, we're on this oracle card. So we're going in three piles of 3. 1, 2, 3. Right, now in each pile you are going to have your own tarot cards as well. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to have 1, 2, 3. And we're going to have 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Right, now we're gonna go again. So this is pile number 1. Group 1. Don't worry, everything will work out and be really fun. So this is group 1 and this is question 1, 2 and 3, right? Okay, let's go again. So this is group 2 now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now you have the Cats Rule the Earth tarot, group 2s. So you're gonna get 1, 2, 3. You're gonna get 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's just tidy these up a little bit. We're going to put them just overlapping slightly so we can get the next group on. So this is, that's it. Okay. Don't worry, everything's going to be fine. Okay, here we go again. This is group 3, right. 1. You can't really see it, lay it like this. 1, 2, I should have done this in mini decks. 3. But I think I've done the right thing. So I was called to use these decks and they want to speak to you. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now you get to have the Unfolding Path Tarot, group 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. This is all of your cards laid out now, right? So not only are you going to be able to pick using your cards, the artwork on your cards, you've got 3 oracle cards and 3 tarot cards for each pile. You are also going to be able to pick using these crystals that I have pre-selected. So we have got Amethyst, Rose Quartz and the Jasper. So group 1, Rose Quartz. Group 2, the Amethyst. and group 3, red Jasper. So there are your cards. And what I will do is allow you to have a little minute to connect with the cards and choose your pile. And I will see you in your reading. Bye. Hi group 1, welcome to your reading. So after all of that, you chose the rose quartz crystal and the Tower of the Divine along with your oracle cards. So this is what I would like you to do. Focus on your question. Remember, it's a yes or a no for each of these piles, and we're going to look at each pile individually. Okay, so let's together turn over your first pile. So we'll separate your tarot cards. You can't see that. Yeah, you can see that. Right, so this card is growing pains. Healing, patience, unconscious. Number 19 might mean something, but it's also a 10. 10s are completions, excuse me, and endings. You also have sacred vows, commitment, and you also have boundaries. Ooh. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? When we're going through something, it's really difficult to always remain patient and to know that things will get better and things will change. And when we're going through something, it can be really, really painful, and you may wonder when it's going to end. How long do I have to put up with this for? And that's only natural, because we don't want to feel like we're in a space where things aren't getting better, things aren't changing. But it really is important to have patience and to commit to the process as well of healing, of getting better, of mending something, of self-reflection or self-improvement, or making changes to our lives that's going to help us to create a more successful or abundant future. And equally as important, it's to make sure that in order to get better and in order to heal, we say what we want and we say what we don't want, and we commit to that. Because sometimes establishing boundaries can be really difficult. For those people who maybe didn't respect your boundaries before, you might find that they get upset when you have boundaries, which is bizarre, because why would they be upset just because you're saying no? Because now you know what you can and can't tolerate. And I really love this card because you can see people reaching for this person, but they just can't get to her because she's established some really strong and really pronounced boundaries, and she's protecting her energy, right? Change and enlightenment and our connection to spirit or the creator, the divine, that takes time, and that journey looks different for everybody. There's ups and downs, there's lumps and bumps along the way. But the important thing is you remember what you're doing it for. Why do you need to heal? Why is it important? What will happen when you have healed? What does that look like, right? And that is, make sure that you commit to what you've said you'll do, even when you don't feel like it. You know, when sometimes we can set intentions because we feel a particular way on one day. This is about staying committed to the things that we want to do, the changes that we want to make for ourselves, even when the mood, when we initially started it, has left us. Let's have a look at your tarot cards. So, we have the Eight of Cups here. Intentionally walking away from something. Leaving it behind to go to something new. This might be an old way of thinking, an old way of being. It could be an old relationship. It could be walking away from things that do not serve us anymore because we're changing. We are establishing new boundaries and goals for ourselves. We are committing to a new path. We are committing to healing. And sometimes it means that we have to leave things behind in order to do what's best for us, right? And the Judgment card you have also about releasing something. Judgment of yourself, judgment of others. Making sure that we're going to forgive ourselves for things that we maybe haven't done in the past. And move forwards towards the light, as in the light of a new tomorrow. Maybe we've been doing some shadow work and committing to doing some healing. And that's really difficult because sitting with your shadow, we have to. We're both light and dark. It can't just be one thing. And healing often requires going within and dealing with things that have happened, the way that we've acted, the way that others have acted towards us, and releasing that for a new way of being, and one that's more in alignment with our higher selves. And making sure that we defend with the Seven of Wands here. Can you see how this looks so similar as well to this Boundaries card? Protecting our energy. At all costs, remembering the sacred vows. This is a no pile to the question because there's still work to be done before we can proceed with something that would be a yes, in a yes, move forwards sense, if your question was something to do with that. So the clarification here and the discussion about the cards is just so that you know that it's resonating with you, if it's your pile or not. If it's not your pile, you might want to see what the next one holds, because remember, you've got 2 more questions. Or you might want to check out a different pile. But this is the rose quartz pile, and I really feel it's got to do with some self-love, and more so focusing on yourself, protecting your own energy, protecting your own promises that you've made to yourselves, protecting the commitments that you've made to yourself, and walking away from things that cannot come along because they're not for our greatest and highest good. There with the 8 of Cups. Releasing. And this can be releasing feelings that you have towards yourself about the way that you've acted or the choices that you've made. And really, those choices are made, that they're done, that you cannot go back in a time machine and change anything. So the only way that you can move forward is to acknowledge, forgive yourself if you need to, forgive others if you need to, and then walk forwards towards something new. Protecting your energy, setting boundaries, and remembering the promises that you've made to yourself to be better or do better. So I think this is beautiful for whoever needed to hear that today. Remember the commitment that you made to yourself. It takes time. It's not something that can be rushed. We need to release, protect your boundaries, and walk towards what's right for you. Okay, so we start with a no. Let's put these up here. And let's just not forget about them whilst we move on to your next pile and your next question. So what will this be? We have, oh wow, it's a continuation. Look, the things that almost broke me were the things that most awoke me. The awakened dead, resilience, nirvana, and self-appreciation. Look, it's a continuance of this. It's following on from this. The judgment, releasing, healing, excuse me, healing. And look, oh wow, this is incredible. You see? Do you see the light within? Council of light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. There's people, ancestors, spirit, passed on loved ones, passed on spirit animals, familiars, people, things, helping you. This is divine orchestration, right? So this first pile is about believing in yourself and making sure, and this is that you're doing what you need to do for your highest and greatest good, right? This is realizing that these are the things that you've had to go through, perhaps, because maybe these are things that you signed up for, experiences, lessons, to experience a true human experience whilst here on this plane in the 3D. Because it's you, but it's just a part of you. And you are so magical and you are so protected that you are going to be able to get through this, right? So we have the need to appreciate how far you've come. And Book of Spells, learn. What can you learn from these experiences that you have been through? How has it made you different? How has it made you stronger? How has it changed you? What will you not do again? What will you do differently? And also it's about feeding yourself with the knowledge and information that serves you and your greatest and highest good. So it's thinking about what are you surrounding yourself with? What are you consuming? Who are you listening to? What books are you reading? Are you reading any books? What are you watching? If you're watching tarot, for example, remember your intuition and your freedom of will and thought, that's the most important thing. When you're watching tarot, think of it as confirmation of things that you already intuitively know, and look to it for guidance to give you a little bit of confirmation or a nod in the right direction, or maybe a bit of encouragement, something to lift you up. But trust yourself and learn. What do you need to learn so that you can maybe be more trusting of yourself if you're not already? So this is just a call to really think about what you've been through, to make sure that you know that you're not alone, and to think about the future in that, what can I now do for myself that's going to help me to grow even more? Yeah, look, because you have the 9 of Cups there. So when you do that, I don't know why I've gone this way, but you've got the 9 of Cups, the Fool, and the 4 of Coins. This Fool in this deck, this is a little mermaid, right? Wanting to be something different to what she is. So she lives under the sea and she wants to live on the land in this castle with Prince Charming, right? But you can think of it as, how are you going to be different? This is a brand new beginning. Look, you can start again from this skeleton. From this skeleton, you can start over because you're guided, you're helped, you have people supporting you in a different realm. The Council of Light, helpers, listen, find out. You know what this always makes me think of as well? What do you know about your ancestry? What do you know about your history? What do you know about where you've come from? Are there any things that you can learn that can help you to shed some light on what to do, where to go, why you feel like you feel? Because when you start thinking about how you can start again, what you can learn, what you need to hold on to and conserve to make sure that you, with this 4 of Coins, have enough to move forward and know that you can do it in a balanced way. Like trusting in the divine, trusting in yourself and the boundaries that you're setting. You see, a 4 is very stable. It's like 4 posts, 4 corners, right? A chair with 4 legs. You've got something to stand on here. And that will lead you to your 9 of Cups, which is your wish fulfillment. So this pile here is a maybe. It's a in between. It's not a no and it's not a yes, it's a wait. So we've gone from no to wait. But this is still all to do with self. This is all to do with you putting everything now that you have into yourself, your happiness, your future, healing, feeling better, finding direction, finding purpose, surrounding yourself with knowledge of believing in spirit and the divine. Perhaps nurturing your connection with the divine, with spirit. And this can look different for everyone. This is up to you how you want to do this. Oh my, because when you do and you put yourself first, and I don't mean in a selfish way. Be patient, it will come. It's the sun. This is power. This is manifestation. 1 1 1 1 11 11. This is the most positive card in the deck, in the tarot deck. This is an oracle deck, but this is still the sun, the power of the sun, and this is being patient. And this is what we had in the beginning, patience. It will come. See, this is fabulous. This is wow. And it's moving away from those lower vibrations. Look, because, and this is, you know, when I was saying, what are you surrounding yourself with? This can be that. You know, like, I don't know, I feel called to say this. Like, if you're watching a lot of tarot, remember that this is a collective reading. And I asked you right at the beginning, I don't know if you were here at the beginning or if you skipped straight to your reading, but in the beginning, I asked you, please stay with me whilst I shuffle the cards and we can connect and we can put our energy into it. And that's going to probably even make it more resonant with you. But remember, there's lots and lots and lots of different people here who are here for different reasons and wanting to know different things. So some vibrations of some people, I'm not saying the people who are watching this are in a low vibration, but they might be in a different headspace, or they might be just on a completely different journey to you, and they will be. Well, obviously they will be, because you're all individuals and you're all different. But as well, don't take on the energy of things that isn't for, oh my goodness, I've just noticed something. 1s, 2s, 3s. It's like a progression. This reading is massively a progression. Because, how do I say this? I'm just hearing books. When how do I say this? When you focus on you, when you learn the things that, when you turn your attention to the things that are there to serve you and to help you and point you in the most positive direction that is the most beneficial for you, that you have intuitively aligned with. And this means, you know, like here, protecting your boundaries, protecting your energy from people who might not have your greatest and highest good at heart. It might be to do with like the way that you want to live your life. You might be surrounded by people who don't understand the way that you want to live your life, and so they're giving you their way of thinking and their truth, but that might not be suitable for you, and so that could lower your vibration, right? If you allowed it to. But you have to protect your energy, and you have to have boundaries, and you have to say, right, we don't have to do what you want, but you know, you could say, if you felt called to, this is not how I want to live my life, and thank you for your opinion and your advice. And you know, you don't have to take it on. Don't let people lower your vibrations. Make sure that you're surrounding yourself and with positive people who are, I don't mean just who are going to sugarcoat things either, but who are truly supportive and truly there for you and your greatest and highest good. And you'll be able to, once you start setting boundaries and realizing how far you've come and what you're going towards, and trusting yourself and protecting yourself from energy that might not be for your greatest and highest good, then that's when you're going to be able to get onto the right frequency. And I forgot to turn this card over. How have you got an extra card? Did I not turn that one over? Well, okay, well, never mind. You've got an extra card, but here, who or what is triggering you? This ties in exactly to what I was saying about the people that you are surrounding yourself with. It could be poison thorn people. And that could lower your vibration. But here this card is asking you to... Oh, no, you didn't. No, that's fine. We didn't have an extra card. Sorry, I just got them muddled up because, look, I kept lifting them up. As I was saying, you need to look in the mirror here. And this card links really nicely to this card as well. Going within and doing some shadow work, perhaps. And when I say shadow work, I don't mean you have to get bogged down in the slimy, grimy, sludgy stuff. It just means looking in the mirror and thinking, why is this a trigger? Why is this triggering me? What is it about that person that makes me feel this way? What is it about that situation that makes me feel this way? You know, it's not easy. It's not easy to do. But again, it's coming back to self, which this whole reading has been about. So, let's have a look at your tarot cards for this pile. Queen of Wands. Two of Coins. Knight of Cups. I don't feel like that this is your energy. I think it's like coming in to say that I think it's some influences in your life that are probably bringing you down a little bit. And this Queen of Wands energy is here to ask you to try to identify those, right? Because it has to be like an equal give and take. It can't just be one way. Things have to be balanced, right? With the Two of Coins there. And I feel like it's your energy that knows there's some kind of imbalance somewhere. And it's about finding it and going within and being patient until you can weed it out. Weed out the unnecessary, like the things that are making you be off balance. And the people, maybe. Because I don't think this is all to do with self. I think it might have something to do with who you're surrounded with, by who you're engaging with. It might not be somebody in your, like, it might not even be somebody who's in your direct field of, like, you're not with them. This could be this could be somebody that you're watching, or that you're, yeah, you know, like an influencer, or someone that you're listening to, it could be like a public speaker, or someone who's in the spotlight, who's got a platform. Yeah, someone who's got a platform. That's what I'm picking up from this. And I don't think that it's a vibrational match. And I think that this is a weight pile. It's a no in terms of, can you go forwards with something? Because I think you can't. There's still work to do. So it's work to do on yourself if you would like to go down that route of continuing the amazing work that you've been doing so far. I can clearly see that you've been working so hard to let things go, to set boundaries, to heal, to do some shadow work, to look in the mirror, to think about what it is that has been holding you back and why. And you've got this Queen of Wands energy here, which is really passionate, really confident, really larger than life. This is like a confidence, and I think your confidence is growing and building by the day. And I think once you just give it a bit more time, finish doing the work, the good work that you've been doing, and weeding out the people that deserve to be around you and those who don't, and learning the things that you need to learn. This, I keep coming back to this, I just think that there's something really important that you need to be looking at, rather than perhaps some of the things that haven't been helping your vibration. Once you do all of those things, then yeah, you can proceed. But until then, it's a no. So we've got no in the middle, like a wait and a no. So I think it's an overall no if this reading was to indicate whether you could move forwards with something or not. Okay, group one, that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for letting me read with you. If you feel, and for you, if you feel inclined, please give me a like. Please leave me a comment. Let me know if it resonated with you. I'd love to know. I'd love to know if these cards told your story, how they did, if they did. And if this is where we part ways, then please take care. I hope you're just going to go forwards with this and make sure that you're putting yourself at the forefront of everything that you do in that. And I don't mean in a selfish way, but I just mean in the way that you've probably been doing, and continue with the healing and the journey that you're on. And don't worry, because the sun will come out. Okay, so if this is where we part ways, thank you for being here. If not, I'll see you in a different reading. Bye. Hi, group 2. If you chose the Amethyst and the Cats Rule the Earth Tarot, and this is your reading, welcome here with me. So what we'll do is we'll turn over the cards together, and we'll see what the answers to your questions are, and we will clarify these cards as they come out. We'll talk about them, and that should give you more guidance as to whether this is your pile, whether this is your, you know, situation that you're asking for the yes or no on. Okay, so let's turn over your oracle cards first of all. Midnight Moth. It's okay, I don't know what I'm doing either. I love this card because she's sitting in a cup of what? A coffee? Sweet oblivion, uncertainty, fate, and humour. Yeah, we've got to have a little bit of humour sometimes to get us through these situations. This can't all just be doom and gloom, can it? It can't, because that is not a nice place to be. And you have Inner Temple, Devotion, Tune into the portal of your heart. This is saying to me so far, it's like, you're not really sure of where you're going. You know that you want to go somewhere and do something, and you know you would like to see some changes, but you're not entirely sure how to get there, which is kind of very normal. And there may be some distractions, right? So it's asking you with this card, Spirit is saying, try to be heart-centered rather than be in your head about everything. When you can truly listen to yourself, that is when you're going to get the clarification that you need to be able to move forwards with something. You know, when you look at other people's lives and you think that they've got everything is in place, everything is organized, they know where they're going, they know what they're doing. You know what? Half the time they don't. You never know what is going on in someone's head or in their heart. They might be wishing that they had a different something, right? And you're looking at them as in they've got everything together, they know what they're doing, they've got all the ducks in a row, all the shit in order, but they probably don't know. Most people don't. Most people just wing it half the time, you know. But we have to know what's in our heart. Tune into the portal of your heart because it's going to give you some guidance. So here we have a situation where we're a bit confused and uncertain. So yeah, you're after a new beginning, but you're not entirely clear yet. But that clarity will come with that Ace of Swords. Because if you can feel your way into it first, your head and your heart will need to then align. That's when you'll be able to get the new beginning and step out of this conflicting energy that you're in with this Five of Wands here. Look, I think that this isn't with other people. I think it is more so with yourself. Because it's frustrating. It's frustrating when we don't know where we want to go or what we want to do. Isn't it? It can be annoying. But I found myself personally that when my head and my heart aren't aligned, that's when everything kind of is hard. I'm not in alignment with my head and my heart have to be on the same page, otherwise things are difficult. There's obstacles and things get in the way and it feels jaggedy and lumpy bumpy and it's not easy, right? And that's because you know half the time if your head and your heart are in alignment. It just feels oh, it feels so nice. It feels lovely. It feels peaceful. That's what it feels like, peaceful. So tune into your heart. Decide what you want in your heart. And then the clarity of mind will come. And then, oh my goodness, you'll be able to make your choice. So here at the moment, I think you're kind of a bit stuck in your ability to decide which way to go. Yeah, which way to go. Because you're not, there might be some distractions. So I think that this is like, I don't feel like that's your energy. I think it's other people, or it might be things that you're seeing. You might not even know these people, but it might be like, you know, if you're comparing yourself to other people who you see on social media, celebrities. I'm not really sure that many people compare themselves to celebrities because obviously their lives are so completely different. But it's that. It's like, don't look around and be distracted by what other people are doing. I think go within and you'll get your guidance and your clarity, and you'll be able to know more what you're doing. And then it will feel way less conflicting. Yeah. I feel like there's a need to ground yourself as well. Maybe go into nature. People sometimes like to ground themselves by sitting with nature, you know, near trees, or going on a gorgeous hike, forgetting every distraction, all those things that are buzzing around in your head. And just trying to get, you know, clear with yourself. Once you do that, then you'll be able to make the decision that I think that some of you are struggling with. It's interesting. So as in terms of a yes or a no, this is a no, because you're not ready to move in any direction yet. And I think you know that. It's just about yes. How can we get more? How can we get more clarification? I'm not supposed to be doing this. I wasn't going to clarify. You need to rest. You need to take some time out. That's how you're going to do it. Switch off your phone. You don't have to do anything, by the way. Use your own intuition. You don't have to do anything that I'm telling you to do. These are just, you know, suggestions. If you feel called to switch off your phone, take a break from social media. Maybe you don't need to look at the newspaper today, or the latest, I don't know, celebrity gossip, or whatever it is that's causing you a distraction. It might be none of those things. Apply it how it resonates to your situation, but I think once you do that and just spend some time with yourself, resting, this is the advice. I asked for some extra advice. Funny how we got, like, we were working in 3s and then the 4 came out. Yeah, it's like it's a sequence. I think once you spend some time with yourself, rest, take some time out. I don't know how you can do that. Maybe just, can you carve some you time into your day? And like I said, you know, it might just be a case of don't look at social media for a bit, or, you know, don't ask someone for their advice for a bit, for a while, because maybe their advice isn't good for you, you know? So that pile is a no. Let's have a look at your next pile. We have got, look, pause, enter at your own risk. This is to do with just don't go ahead with anything. It's not the right time to do anything yet. And that's what we said with the first pile, isn't it? So it was, you need to just take some time to yourself. And here it's saying pause as well. So it is absolutely related. I think that's brilliant. What a continuation. And it is a continuation. You know that I said it was the 3 to the 4, and now we've got a continuation again of the pause. And you've got this same, this isn't, it's like it's other energy external from you that's creating the confusion. Yeah, the confusion. I don't think it's you. I think you don't have the time to get clear on what you want, because you probably don't have the time. Maybe people are taking too much of your energy. You might be running around trying to do 20 different things and not having any time for yourself. So yeah, it's asking you to take a pause here. And Honouring the flow of all the emotions. You know, sometimes as well, we don't know what we're doing because we're holding on to so much. If we start to allow our emotions to actually to feel our feelings about certain things rather than, well, looking for distractions so that we don't have to feel our feelings sometimes. Some people do this by working all the time. I've been guilty of that myself. Rather than feeling how I felt, you know, working 3 jobs so I didn't have any time to rest or to have to be with the emotions because I didn't want to deal with it. And sometimes that's what we do is we look for distractions. But the problem with doing that is you're just going through the motions of the day and waiting for the day to run down rather than thinking about how to move forward through alchemy. So like, yeah, it's okay having all these feelings, but then you've got to do something with them, right? So like the pain that you feel, what can you do with that pain? How can you take that and channel that energy into something that's going to serve you, a creative project? I suppose I was alchemizing what I was feeling by turning it into energy for work. So I suppose in that sense I was transmuting something, and that might be working for you. However, we come back to the same thing, burnout. And yeah, and taking some time to actually think about what it is that you're doing and that you need to do to move forwards more peacefully. And it will come. Definitely it will come. Honouring the flow of all the emotions, alchemy, processing, sensitivity. Take a pause to feel your feelings. And then we have awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, right, see? And it's going to take some processing. So once you start to take the feelings that you're feeling and transmuting them and alchemizing them, turning one thing into something else, and that is when you are going to be able to awaken, because you're using it for your greatest and highest good to propel you forwards into something different. A new way of being. But first we must honour how we feel and feel our feelings. And you see how these cards are linked so beautifully as well, because the colours here are exactly replicated. The greens, the purples, the pinks in this card here, yeah. So we take this and we come into this new way of being. Which will probably feel way less burdensome. You'll probably feel so much lighter. And so your cards that you have, the King of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and Judgment. Yeah, releasing. You have to release it. Deciding with this King of Swords that you are going to take the time for yourself, making an executive decision. You're making an executive decision that you will deal with this, right? This thing that's keeping you awake at night, probably. Like, could be affecting your dreams. Always feeling like you've got something hanging over your head that you're not dealing with. And the Judgment here is asking you to release. Release, release, release. Release whatever it has been that's kind of the sticky point that's not allowing you to tune into your heart space. And just to release that and know that you do have the clarity and the foresight and the vision to be able to address these things, to be able to go within, to be able to release and accept a new way of being, to integrate lessons that you've learned along the way, to take the nightmare situations, the hurt, the pain, alchemize it, turn it into something else, release. If you feel that you've got anything to forgive yourself for or others, you know, and it will lead you to where you need to be in a new way of being. So this pile here is a no. We're not ready to do anything. And as I say that, the rain has started, a little fall of rain. Let's have a look at your next cards. So this is question 3. Oh, and it's a continuation, back to basics, right? This card talks about you need to maybe go back to the very, very basic things in life that make you, sorry, I'm just adjusting the chair, that you understand, right? Because somewhere along the way, we've had a little bit of a distraction. So we saw that with that first pile. And this is about going back to the beginning. I'll read this to you. So it could be to do with finding, instead of these distracting people, so if this is your situation, the one that we were talking about, if this is your, if this was people that were distracting you that were not on your same vibration, right? Then this could be about finding a kind of a mentor, someone who will be positive, who will support you properly. But it's also to do with supporting yourself and just going back to the beginning and thinking, right, you know, like you can't build a house on shaky foundations. You can't. It's going to fall down, right? It's about going back to the beginning and thinking, right, what do I need to do to be able to start to build again from the ground up? Okay. So it says, elemental magic is one of the most natural spiritual practices that you can embrace. The elements represent the basic building blocks of the earth and teach us the value of simple but powerful magic. Water gives us life but can be deadly. Fire can be gentle like the glow of a candle, yet it can shake our lives. Yet it can also destroy. The earth is solid and strong, yet it can shake our lives and our foundations. We can't see air, yet it can whip into terrifying gales. And when I said it started to rain, that's like going back to the basics of the earth, of what you know, but with spirit there as well. Here, look. The elements plus spirit. Earth, fire, wind, water, and spirit element. Go back to the very, very basics of what you do know without these distractions. Rediscover the magic of working with very little. So, what inspired you in the first place? rediscover the magic of working with very little to get, yeah, to find your inspiration again, to find what it is that's in your heart. Back to basics. Go back to basics to rediscover yourself, your passion, your creativity, your joy, what you want. What you want, not what other people want, what you want. All right? Call your friends if you've forgotten how to have fun. I love that one. Go back to the very first spiritual practice that started your journey and taught you how to live a spiritual life. When you pull the elements card, it's because there's more available to you than you realize. You don't need unlimited resources to make powerful moves. You just need yourself to tune in to the portal of your heart, right? You also have the Alchemist. No way. We've just been talking about alchemy. And here, look, alchemy. This is absolutely crazy. Right. I don't break that easy, not anymore. Instead, I use things as fuel. What was I just saying to you? To take these emotions and to turn it into something that's alchemizing. Empowerment, pain, sorceress. You can take these emotions and use them as fuel to propel you forward into a new way of being. These are all separate questions, yet they're all completely linked. Right, you have also, don't dim to fit in. Yeah, you see, because you know what I was saying to you right in the beginning about comparing yourself to other people. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? That's not what you should be doing. You should be doing how you feel. Your head and your heart need to be aligning, right? With this Ace of Swords, King of Swords, right? Head and heart aligning, finding your inner most desires, tuning into your heart space, being devoted to you, not to other people, not to distractions, to you. And don't dim to fit in. Because a lot of the time, especially gifted people who have gifts and abilities, may not always want to show them for fear of being judged, for fear of being kind of cast out. But cast out of what? You know, in this day and age, you've got so much to work with. So many platforms. You can go and create something. I feel like I think that's what you need to do with this particular reading. Whoever I'm connecting with, I feel like there's something in you that you need to make. Like you have to create something. Do you have a specific talent that has been lying dormant? Are you an artist? Are you a dancer? Are you a reader? How are you using your talents and your gifts to create, to honor to get the emotions to be processed but used in order to create a new way of being, alchemized, alchemy. Six of Pentacles. Five of Cups. Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is giving me this distraction, but I think whatever it is that's influencing you on your I think whatever it is that's distracting you from being able to process your own emotions and tune into your own heart space, I think that's the Three of Swords there. I don't think it's anything that's going to happen. I think it already has. I think it's like something that's it's hurtful. Is that hurtful? Yeah, hurtful to you because it's hurting your ability to be able to live in alignment with how you should be living, right? In this awakened state. And it's these distractions, like kind of keeping you pinned. And it needs to be free flowing here with the Six of Pentacles, right? But you've got this Five of Cups vibe going on because it's just, it's what's the word? How do I say this? Oh, what's the word? Disillusioned with it. Because you don't know what to do. And you're being pinned in place by this. By the distractions. So here, this is a yes pile because it's asking you this whole piece of this last question, this last the last question, the last pile of cards, it's asking you to do something. So it's a yes, because you now need to alchemize what you're feeling and turn it into something and go and do something and create. So this last pile is a yes. Wow. Whew. My goodness. You might want to get some amethyst for protection as well, just whilst you, you know, clear the space. And, you know, feel your way into this new way of being. I really hope that was helpful. I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel called to give me a like, subscribe to the channel to help the channel grow, to build the community, that would be fabulous. If this is where we part ways, I wish you all the best. If not, I'll see you in another reading. But either way, take care. Bye-bye. Hi, Group 3. If you chose Red Jasper, then this is your reading. Welcome in. Okay, so we are going to turn over the cards together and we're going to talk about them and see which, well, we're going to see whether you have a yes or a no or a maybe, and we'll do a little bit of clarification as well. So, number 7 could mean something to you here. Cloak and dagger, that's deception. That's make sure that you are aware of who is rowing the boat and who is drilling holes in it when your back is turned. Just a warning for some people, not for anyone. Sorry, not for everyone. Anyone? Anyone. Interesting. You have number 20. You don't need it all figured out. The gifted guide. But I think that this is saying, actually, alongside this card, that actually you do know who is in your space and what their intentions are. So I don't think you need to worry about that. Excuse me. And soul family, yeah, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. These cards together are telling me that you're aware, you know what's going on. You don't have all of the answers. You don't need all of the answers now, but you know that who to trust, who not to trust, and you also know or probably sense that you've got someone or some people coming in who are true, who are supportive, who do have your best interests at heart, and you are able to discern who's who. That's good. That's really good. You might not have it all figured out. You might not know exactly what's what yet. I think this is more in terms of direction though. But I think with regard to the people that you're surrounded by, you do have that insight. I think you're highly intuitive. And I do think that you are able to discern. Yeah, absolutely. Good. Yeah, look. You know who's one to watch. And this could actually also be about the fear of being betrayed rather than an actual betrayal. The fear of being deceived, the fear of being betrayed, that this could actually be based on something that's happened in the past, right? But it's not going to happen again because you know who to trust and you know what the signs are and you are able to see the red flags a mile away now. Yeah, and although you might not know exactly in what direction you're going in, you do have the gifts and the tools to be able to move forward into the right direction. And also along your way, you are going to collect... It sounds really weird to collect people. I don't mean that. I mean like you'll pick up with people who do have your greatest and highest good. Collect. Why did I say collect? That must mean something. Collect. Collection. It could actually just be about trying to build something, trying to grow. Because, right, for example, if I'm just thinking now about a collection of stones or a collection of shells, you're choosing them because they might resonate with you in some way, right? Yeah. So in the same way we find our soul family, we resonate with people in the same way. As in, we might be intuitively drawn to a shell that we find on the beach to put it into our collection, or a piece of glass that's been washed around by the sea. I don't know why these metaphors are coming in, but I'm sure this will resonate with somebody out there will know what I'm talking about. But anyway, what I mean is, you know intuitively who is on your same vibrational level, right? Yes, and this here, I can't believe how well these two cards go together. This is the Fool, and look, in this deck, this is like so childlike in terms of just trusting in the want to have a new adventure and start something fun and exciting and just start moving in a direction. And yeah, you don't need it all figured out. You don't, but you've got so much experience from the past. And you'll have people coming in along the way to help you. And you do know what you're doing. So you can take the blindfold off and you can make a decision. With this Two of Swords here, you know what you're doing, especially with it coming in with a Fool. It's like taking a leap of faith and just trusting that you have discernment. This is just comes back to discernment all the time. You don't need it figured out. You can take off the blindfold, take a leap of faith with this childlike Fool here on this card and start a new journey. Know and trust that your soul family will appear along the way, right? This is a yes pile. I love this. Yeah, definitely, right? This is a yes. You've got everything that you need to make some moves now forwards. And you've got discernment. So don't worry about these things that have happened in the past or things that have been keeping you awake at night in terms of what if this happens to me again. It's not going to, because you know what you're looking out for. and you're intuitive and gifted. Right, let me see. Pile 2. Oh, look, I love this card. This emphasizes the importance of looking after yourself now as well. And it could be on the back of something that's happened. So whilst you undertake this journey, make sure that you are giving yourself everything that you need. Make sure that you're looking after yourself properly. All right, you need to make sure, have you focused on the foods that make you feel good, the movement that makes you feel good, the environment that makes you feel good, the little routines and rituals that make you feel good. Just make sure that you've got yourself at the heart of everything that you do. And you have, I'm not underestimating my own magic anymore. Power, beginnings, transformation. See, you've got everything. This is just to keep a handle on the things you need, because you are embarking on a big journey here as well. So this, in every single pile, every group, everything has been completely linked, even though we've done separate questions. So for the people who are watching because they're watching to see the clarification and the reading as in trying to make sure that this resonates with them, so that they can know whether they get to be more in alignment with the yes or the no conclusion. It's been amazing how everything has followed on so much. Same here, look. Like I said to you, you know everything. I'm not underestimating my own magic anymore. So like it's a continuation. You've started this journey, and here. So this is a big yes here. Power, beginnings and transformation. You've got everything that you need. Just making sure that you take care, because you're so important. You know, you can't be your best self if you're not pouring into yourself first and foremost, right? But you're protected. And it's saying call back your power. You can do that through self-care. Retrieve your soul. Don't underestimate your own magic. Oh my goodness, I love this for you, group 3. I love this for you. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. I think cut the cords is to do with something that's probably happened to you in the past, that might have happened to you in the past. It might have been to do with some kind of hurt, pain, deception, betrayal, deceit, lies, not being able to trust people, being betrayed, something like that. You can cut those cords now. You've got all, you don't need, you've got, the lesson has been learned, embedded, ingrained. You have got the power to discern. Take care of yourself. Believe in yourself. Know that you're protected. You can do a cord cutting ceremony. You might want to do some magic or a ritual if you are feeling that way inclined, to make sure that you do call back your power. You might want to be working with certain herbs, certain flowers at this time. You can even do it through rituals in self-care, the products that you're using. For example, setting your intentions and with the oils that you massage into your skin, right? For protection. Using particular herbs, for example, rosemary is great for protection. You might want to cleanse your space with herbs. You might want to make some incense to burn whilst you're doing a ritual to call back your power and ask spirit for protection. and strength in this new journey that you're going on. Because here, look, with the Four of Cups, we don't want to be looking at what happened in the past, and I don't think you are anymore. I think you're really ready to go on a new journey. Look, oh my gosh, with the Star and the Two of Cups. This is you being magic and having an absolute wish fulfillment here once you believe in yourself and look after yourself. You are the Star. Aquarius energy also coming through. You might have an Aquarius coming into your life, and Aquarius might be someone on your soul path and a soul tribe member. But this is about healing and believing in yourself and the power of your own magic. And this is left in the past. Look, this disillusionment. Is that a word? And looking at what you can achieve and go for. Do not underestimate your own magic with the Star. Which leads you to the Two of Cups. A happy ever after, whatever that looks like for you. Right? So this is a massive yes as well. This is a massive yes as well. And let's just have a look at the rest of your cards. Wow. As above, so below. This is about living it. Look. Pulling down that Star into your actual 3D, right? As above, so below. As within, so without. That's what we like to say. Okay, so it just means that you have the power to manifest whatever you think about. Like, thoughts become things. When you use words that can manifest in reality, think about the words that you're saying. Think about what you're speaking over people and yourself. Think about the way you speak to yourself. And I also think as within, so without, look, it's the self-care as well. Just making sure that you're completely healthy. I wanted to, oh my goodness, this wasn't even part of your reading, and this was a deck that I was using for a different reading, but this just came out, so I have to take it. So it's the most positive card in the tarot deck. This is the power of the sun, the energy, the abundance, like happy life. And you've got the Star as well. Wow. Oh my goodness. But I just, yeah, manifestation. This fell out on this manifestation card. It's for you to now believe in your own power. Oh yeah, look, my own magic. For you to believe in your own magic. You have the power to manifest. It's a really, really potent time for you to manifest your true desires and just to go on this journey into the direction that you want to go in for your greatest and highest good and for your greatest and highest happiness, right? With your head and heart in alignment. Lovely. Beautiful. And you also have blessings and curses, right? Psyche, self-love and beauty. Do not be ashamed not of your thorns or of your flowers. I think that your flowers are your ability to be able to discern. You've got really sharp intuition right now. They're your flowers, amongst other things. Finding your gifts and finding your talents along the way of this new journey. But I think that your thorns here, I think it's referring to things that have happened to you in the past, right? Nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, they're what will propel you forwards. Blessings can come from curses, actually. right? Blessings can come from curses. And you also have break the chain. Wow. Ancestral patterns, healing and rewriting the future. Break the chain. Protection. You are, cut the cords, break the chain. You are protected in doing this. Break the chain. Cut the cords. So this actually then could have been, I said I didn't think it was going on now. Like, you've got the discernment. Didn't I, at the beginning, I said this isn't going on now. So this might well be ancestral. And it's just a kind of a passed down fear wound that makes you maybe doubt your own gifts or hide them. What gifts do you have? The gift of intuition, definitely. The gift of foresight, the gift of discernment. What do you know about your ancestors and their past? Is there anything that you know that you could move towards doing work with on this journey to be able to cut the cords and break the chain? That's really interesting. Yeah. Look, you've got everything. You've got this King of Cups here that I think might actually be a person. This King of Cups, yeah, this isn't your energy. This is external from you. This is someone from your soul family, look, coming along here. Someone who is balanced, someone who is emotionally stable, somebody who is safe. Somebody who has intuition, who has empathy, who knows how to communicate. But most importantly, this person knows how to communicate with you. So this person, when you come across this person, you will know them by, it might be a man, it might be a woman, it could be a romantic connection if that's what you're looking for, but it's definitely a member of your soul family. And you will know them because of their ability to communicate with you. They don't make you feel anxious. They don't make you feel afraid. They don't make you feel uneasy. It's like a smooth feeling of calm and of warmth washing over you. It's warm. It's like, it's a floaty feeling. And Anthony. I don't know about, I was just hearing that name. Justice for the things that have happened in the past is also at your disposal to help you to break the chain, to heal. It's time to balance the scales. And this person or people, there's also a page here of cups. These are people coming to help you. This isn't your energy. This is external to you. This is your soul family. You will know these people when they come because of the feelings of calm in your emotions, and they know how to speak to you. Oops. Let's put these here so you can see. They know how to speak to you, and this is going to help you to break the chain and rewrite the future. Ancestral patterns, soul family, This is maybe coming from not having been supported in something, your ancestors, and been made to feel afraid, and maybe having to hide the gifts. And you don't have to here, because the people who are coming in for you, this soul family, want you to show them your gifts and your talents and your abilities. And that will bring justice when you do that, to break the chain. Whoa. That's amazing. That's amazing. And this is a yes as well. So group 3, you have 3 yeses. You are equipped with everything that you need to be able to move forward and do some, I think, really big things related to things that have happened to you in the past, and also maybe some ancestral work. And I would start by having a look at, what do I know about them, if you can. Expect new people to come into your life, definitely. Definitely. You're going on an adventure. Remember to take care of yourself along the way, right? Make sure that you give yourself every single thing that you need here, right? This just fell out again. Another card. I knocked it off, but I have to take it. This is rebirth. This is death and rebirth. This is an amazing card to say you are going on a brand new adventure, and it's a new beginning. And it's a new beginning for you, but it's also a new beginning, probably, for these people too. Wow. Okay, group 3, I hope that helped. If you feel called to, please subscribe to the channel and help it grow, and let's create our own soul family here. Or if you feel called to, you could give this a like. Please let me know in the comments if you would like to, how this resonated, or if it did. 3 yeses here. If this is where we part ways, then please take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.